Hello and welcome back to the Bolton Wanderers Rebuild Career Mode here on dexteritybox. This is the penultimate episode. If you want to know why that is, make sure you go across to this video that I will be putting in the little C tab. Check that out, you'll see why. I have a proper rant, it's great. But this is one of the only seasons where we have not had a transfer ban, because the rules are we have to meet our youth objectives and our financial objectives, otherwise we get a full transfer ban. If we only meet one of them, so say we meet the youths, not the financial, we get a soft transfer ban, which means loans and frees only. But we have actually got no restraints this season. Just keep it quite realistic. Youth development is going to be something I can tell you now we are probably going to fail this season, because there's no way I can compete in the championship and fulfill that short term. Long term, maybe, but the financial one is something we can complete. If I can get through this season with a soft transfer ban for next season, I'll be happy with that, because this is our second season in the championship and we are trying to stabilise as a championship to eventually challenge. Obviously, this is a sim to glory. I'm showing you bits of it. There'll be loads of scouting I do, loads of youth player recruitment, things like that. There's a heavy focus on youth in this career that I won't show you, but I will show you the important parts, as in here we're building our team, bringing in the frees that you saw in the last episode coming in. The rules are we've still got to have 6 outfield players that are from our youth academy within the Bolton setup. It does mean we have got those frees coming in though, so they did count as part of the soft transfer ban. We got some good frees, but we don't know how long they'll be with us if we want a challenge. But the great thing is now we can make signings. Cory Barden is someone I wanted to sign last season. We couldn't. 73 overall. Our American scouts are doing really well for us at the minute. I sent someone to the MLS because I found that as our level when we were bringing them up from League One, and it is only working for us in the championship now, bringing across American talent to the championship. I think it's a good idea. If we can get Cory Barden here, 8.5 grand, that is perfect. He will be a great replacement for Aaron Connolly, who is obviously a little bit too pricey for us now. We've had him for a couple of years on loan. Giorgio from Spurs we had on loan last season. He's available for a small amount of money here. If we can get him for about 1.3 million, that is well within our budget. Pochettino accepts that, so hopefully we can bring his wages down. He will have to accept that he's 25. He's not playing in the Spurs first team. He's going to have to take less than 10 grand because I'm not giving him more than that at his age and at his ability. But if he takes this, he can join us. Clearly he's insulted by that. It's not happening, but you got to be realistic. Do you want to sit on the bench? Not earn. We're not going to pay you that sort of money in the championship for the current ability you are. We are, however, going to use that money, fire a crap scout that we've had since the beginning, and hire another decent scout, because youth is important in this, and we're going to send one out to Germany and try and find a playmaker there. And Cory Barden will fit nicely in there. We still could do with strengthening. We're going to use our budget wisely. But for now, we're going to go into the preseason. We get a 3-1 win there. There's a couple of knocks that I'm not too happy about there. Let's see the extent of the damage. Murphy's 2 days. But Ben Reed, who is our quality goalkeeper at like 77, 76, whatever he is overall, 77, has just gone out for 8 weeks. So we're not selling him this summer. It means we're keeping hold of him. I think he's going to be a player that we do lose, but we're going to have to think about that. For now, though, we're going to go in for someone like Nemcha. We're going to try and get him on good wages. I don't want to pay too much of his wages, but Man City is a young'un. Let's try and get him out. I don't want to pay 50-50. I'm not accepting 50-50, so he's got to come down to that because his wages are ridiculous. And obviously, we offend Guardiola there, but I'm sorry, if you want your youth players to develop, pay their wages. You pay them ridiculous wages, and we can't afford that if we're going to take them on loan. So let's try and bring back a career mode classic for us right now. Smith Rowe, Emil Smith Rowe, we've had him before on loan twice. Can we bring him back for a glory season in the championship? Maybe do some bits with us? No. We've offended Unai Emery now. He's not happy about it, but we'll have to just accept that. We're not getting those Premier League loans this time. We do get a loss there in the preseason as well, which means our preseason might not be the way we want it to go. Training sessions, obviously really important. Going to be doing a load off camera. Let's see if we can get a better result here against Rapid. Oh, they weren't that rapid. That is awful. But we are 3-1 up. That is a decent win. Can we progress through? It is always good to get a little bit of a bonus from the preseason. We have got offers coming in here for Borraquez, who is not happy with us. I want to try and ship him out for about 2 million. If we can get that for him, I think it's worth it. What the fuck is that? Moses! What is Moses doing? Is he in a towel? Has he got some form of clothing on, please? So now we're in the knockout stages. Got to try and get a result here if we're going to progress in the competition. We do end it 2-2, but they beat us 5-4 on pens, so we are out of the preseason. Can focus now on getting frees like this. Donkor, centre forward, 18 years old, 69 overall, worth 2 million already. He's not been picked up. We're going to try and pick him up because he can be one of those 5 players that's not the youth academy players that I think we can develop now. Centre forwards come quite rare in this game as well, so I want to keep him. We have sold Borraquez for 2.1 million. We've got $1.5 million in the kitty for him, so that is good. We might reinvest it in this keeper later on if we lose Ben Reed at some point, because we do need a good keeper. Valencia, good experience. But for now, just in case something does happen, let's try and get a loan in. We're going to go in for Jakobet just because he's 68 overall. We haven't really got a third choice keeper at the minute. We do need one, even if it's just a loan, so he should be a good option for us. Vajar. He is a quality player. He's got a release clause of $1.5 million. He's 27 years old. I think he is someone we are definitely going to try and go in for. We have paid his release clause. Let's bring him in. We need a left back. Our left back position is worryingly short. Our youth player is like 63 overall. We're in the championship now. We need a quality left back. He can be that. And on $9,000 a week, I think that's a perfect signing for us. We're also going to go back to Pochettino because the other goalkeeper, off camera, rejected the loan move, which is annoying. Let's see if Whiteman here can come in for us as that third choice keeper. Even if we have to pay some decent wages there, we're paying about nearly $7,000. That is okay because we're bringing him in, and he's going to be that third choice in case we have injuries. Start of the championship against Borough is a 1-1 draw, and it's a goal from Bard, but an injury to Bard, which is 8 days, actually. That's not too bad. It could usually be a lot worse. We do pick up injuries quite easily in this. Like there, Nicholas Shaw, our 66 rated central defensive midfielder here from our youth academy, one of our youth players. So we are going to be down to our youth players. It'll still fit in because we've already got enough youth players out there. But let's go in for the man that is Barry Bannon. Sheffield Wednesday player. He's aging though, so we can actually realistically get him 71 overall. If we can get him around $7,000, I'll be happy. For 2 years, we're going to give Wednesday a good fee. We give them 2 million for him, so let's try and get him on a decent wage here. $7,000, will he do it? He will do it. We have got Barry Bannon, $7,000 a week. He will be great in that midfield. We get a draw against Blackburn there. It's not really the result we want there. We need to do a little bit better. Can we progress in the cup here against Accrington? 1-1, but it is 4-3 with the penalties, so we do go through on penalties. We can focus on the cup a bit here. Norwich versus us. They get a 2-1 win coming off the bench there. Somebody getting a goal for them, so it's not ideal this start to the championship. Can we pick it up against Hull? We really need to be honest, to be kicking on here. We get a 1-0 win. Donkor is getting a goal for us, so that's not too bad. He has come on and he is firing. Can we do any better against Derby here? Can we keep this run going? We have got 1 win. That is 2 wins. Donkor and Bard making a good pairing, so that centre forward slipping in behind Baird. Is it Baird or Bard? I don't know. Is working well. Can the magic be repeated in the cup? It cannot against Cardiff. Cardiff are too strong for us and they knock us out the cup. We've got to focus on the league. Transfer deadline day, I can't see too much happening apart from maybe getting rid of these centre-backs that I never use. We bought them as investments pretty much and backup, and I've not had to use them. So if we can get good money for them, you'll see the likes of Omsberg go, and I do think that happens at some course over the day. Roberts, however, I think we might keep hold of him because we could do with, if we're getting rid of Omsberg, basically, we could do with keeping hold of Roberts because he will be essential in case we get an injury to that centre-back position. And I would call that a decent transfer window. Not too much happening on transfer deadline day because we did our business before that. But the start of the championship, 7 games in, we are 11 points. We're at 11 points. Not the best start, but it's not very bad. I think we are becoming a solid championship team, so it is time to skip through. I do a lot. I do bits of the press conferences, things like that, trying to keep the morale up because that is big in this game. But we are going to go to January and see what exactly is set on fire, or have we kicked on? We will find out now. Well, we've managed to complete an objective. We've completed the financial objective, which is awesome because it means no transfer ban fully. So we're still probably going to get a soft one because I'm not doing that youth. But look at this. We're 5th. We're more than challenging. We've built a good side. And we're competing in the championship. We are nowhere near ready for the Prem, so I'm actually hoping we don't get promoted. But I would very much like to see us maybe get promoted next episode. So if we're building a squad that is getting there, this is decent. A few of you have asked to see the players at the middle of the season as well as the end of the season. Just a heads up, I've not done the end of the season, I forgot, sorry. But the middle of the season, this is where the players are at. I'm not really going to go through them talking because, as you can see here, Ben Reed's not getting played. The assistant manager isn't playing him on the simulation, showing a bit more about how FIFA is broken. But I will go down, you can pause, you can have a look if any of these players are hidden gems that you might like. But obviously with this Bolton one, other than the Sheffield Wednesday one, we're not actually signing real players, so the youth academy is kind of all over the place, and you can't really find any in that. But there is a few, like Bird, he's a good player. I used him on the last FIFA as well, so if you're looking for the odd hidden gem for your career mode, check that out. There's not too much I want to do in early January, so we're going to skip through towards the end of January, slow roll a couple, have a look at some frees for next season, because we are going to be a competing side now, as you can see. 1-1 draw with Birmingham there, but not the best result. But in terms of our league place, we're showing that we can attract some good quality for the championship. We've got good ties in America now. We've managed to do that with Bolton. So let's go for more American players. We've got a Bossy here, 76 overall. He would be a top-end championship striker next season, showing that we could provide some actual goals and really compete if we can get him on a good deal. I'm happy to pay like 11, 12 because we are growing as a championship side now. We are not in threat of relegation. We're at least mid-table by the looks of it. I know it's only half a season in, but we are going to be up there. So we can look on for potential Premier League players, but we want top-end championship players for next season. He's going to take some time, so we're going to have a look at Kaneko, see if we can bring him in on a decent deal. Right midfielder, 74 overall. I only want to pay him about 7 grand. He wants 8.7. I'll take that. That is fitting in with our sort of wage budget and ethos. Jack Elliot, 75 overall, 27-year-old American centre-back. Or was he English? I don't know. English, probably. He is English, but he's coming from an American side, so it's actually quite fitting for him to come back in the championship. It would be very much up his street if we can get him on decent wages. I'm happy to pay him 10 grand, but he wants a little bit more than that. 10.5 grand with some bonuses in there. More than happy to do that. Can we get a win against MK Dons? Harrison, our youth player, our number 9, gets 2 goals against them. And this is where it happens, guys. We are getting offers in for Ben Reed now. He's fit. He's at 78 overall. I told you we'd lose him. We have to be a selling club. We have to financially give some money into Bolton. So if we think about actually being able to challenge, we've brought these players through our youth academy. They haven't cost us much money. If we can get millions worth of profit on them, we've got to do it. Brentford, solid championship side. A 2-2 draw is very respectable. Bannon and Harrison goals there. We have sold Ben Reed, and we've got 14 million from an 18 million sale. So we can use some money for frees with that. I think we're going to treat ourselves to some frees because we've sold our best player. It could be a struggle. So we're going to go in for this Riviero. He's 24. He's going to be our other option in goalkeeping permanently because he's not coming now, but he will be coming next year just to give us that option. Quite a tame signing in Liam Fraser. 70 overall, though, and 26 is not bad because obviously Bannon's on the decline. He is over 30. This is a perfect replacement for Barry Bannon and keeping that sort of solid central midfielder in the championship. He is more of a defensive midfielder, this guy, but he is coming with us next season on a modest wage as well. Transfer deadline day, not too much to write home about here, really. Just offers coming in that are never going to happen, and that's it, pretty much. I am really conscious about contract negotiation now, though. Our better players, they have grown. Our youth players, they're on ridiculously small wages, to be fair, for the championship. So we are going to go through and make some of our players happy. Before we simulate like this, going towards the end of the season, can we keep the challenge up into the end of the season? We will have to find out. And we are in 7th. 3 points off Derby in 6th. We could challenge for the playoffs here. I don't think we're ready for the Prem, so it could be interesting. Let's see how these last couple of matches go. Against Blackburn, we had a bad result there last time. And yet again, Blackburn have beat us 2-0. Have they ended our run for the playoffs? They possibly have there. That wasn't an ideal result. Can we pick it up against Middlesbrough? Middlesbrough are a side that obviously have got championship quality. And no, we can't. I think that must end it. It must end it for us. That is not a good one there at all. We do finish the championship in 7th, which is where, unfortunately, the filming ends today because I had my PS4 crash 3 times, guys, going through the scoreboards, things like that, and I had corrupted... I actually had corrupted footage for the first time in a little while, but we did finish in 7th. It was a good one. The players have gone up quite a little bit, so I will definitely show you those players and that team at the start of the last episode, which is going to be next episode. It's weird saying last episode when you're talking about something in the future, but you know what I mean. The last episode in this career mode is going to be next. How far can we get Bolton in 5 seasons? Can we get him promoted in the last season? We'll see. But if not, we have definitely turned their fortunes around, and I think we can get a solid championship side pushing for the Premier League by next season. Look, we're in 7th there. We nearly did it. We nearly got into the playoffs. We've turned Bolton into a financially stable club, and within the next season, we might do something a bit special with them. We'll have to see. But for now, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all those things, and keep watching right here on Dexterity Box.